two hands meet at zenith, nothing comes between us. Dancing like ballerinas under the moonlight all night long. How these plain and simple scenes get painted so vividly by you. I just wanna stay with you around the water, we slowly dance. Whenever our eyes meet, you know you leave me in a trance. It means everything to me. Looking down below, I'll always seem to find, no matter where you might go, remember you'll be on my mind. Within the inner heart I plead for you to talk to me. I wanna hear all the good and bad, the new stories you had. As I drift across the sky, the hour hand turns high. So good night, let me sing a lullaby. I'll be singing, baby.
Okay. Okay. That should be good. Hi everyone. Welcome to Cafe Autumn, where we don't care who you are as long as you're not a cunt. Today we're going to be playing Onimusha Warlords. Now, yeah, to those who don't know, this game is, this franchise is coming back in 2026. And, I have gushed about how much I actually have, enjoyed this game over the years and whatnot. So, I figure before the inevitable time it comes next year, I figure let's start here and revisit the trilogy. You know, the games that really got this series popular and sort of relive where, you know, some of the flaws were, but also where a lot of the heart was. Now, before I get straight into this, I should mention something about this, and it's a little bit of a big one. Okay, so actually, there's a couple things. First off, I ran a poll asking you guys what version would you guys want me to play? Would you want me to play like the OG PS2 version, or do you want me to play the remastered, or just flip a coin? The people who voted, for the most part, most people said flip a coin, so I chose the Steam version. For two reasons. One, in my heart, I don't really think that changes much of anything. It's the remastered and the PS2 are pretty similar, but other than that, also too, kind of feel like it's good promotion. Because if you wanted to play this game in current day, I mean, you can. Hey, Star. But yeah, if you want to play this game in current day, you absolutely can. So I figure, why not just play it with Steam? Now, I should note that I am playing this on Steam Deck. and there has been word that it possibly doesn't run well. So if things do get bad, I will just switch over to the PS2 version. But aside from that, there is some controversy regarding Onimusha 1 specifically. Some of you know what I'm talking about. Some of you don't know. To be precise, it is regarding the music. Now, this song that's playing right now, kind of hear it? Yeah, this song was not in the original. This is part of the remasters. Now, that's not really that much of a big deal, right? Like, I mean, okay, so it's remastered, and obviously in order to make it different, they added in a new soundtrack. So what's the big deal? Well, let me give you a story. So, Onimusha 1, 2001 when it comes out, the music is composed by a particular person. Let me just look up the name so I'm not butchering it. I know the name, I just want to make sure that I'm not butchering it. Okay. The original composer for Onimusha 1 is Mamoru Samuragochi. He's credited for the music in Onimusha 1. He's a deaf composer that got praised for his works and even got dubbed as the like modern day Beethoven. Here's the thing about that. I just lied to you. About what specifically? Well, he was credited for Onimusha 1's music. He was known as sort of a modern day Beethoven. And he did go on record for saying that he was deaf. However, the music was actually composed by the name of Takashi Nigaki. Back in 2013 and 2014, there was a lot of allegations around him actually being deaf. And then, to make matters worse, Takashi Nigaki also outed Mamoru Gochi and said that more so, essentially, Mamoru Gochi was entirely using a ghostwriter for the music. In 2014, he had confessed that a lot of the music was ghost-written. He apologized for lying to people for years, and the reason for that being is, and I shit you not, it is because he wanted to feel more mysterious. He wanted to be an artist. He must art. It's actually his fucking reason. The whole thing with him being deaf, he actually got a medical certificate for it. He admitted that he is hearing impaired, but it wasn't on the level to be considered actually deaf. So, in response to... So he lied for clout. Kinda. He kind of did. So, mind you, this was back in, like, he was doing this, like, since 96, and Onimusha 1 came out in 2001. This was before the internet really took off and everything. If anything, he kind of just lied for the fame and publicity. That's kind of it. But he did apologize about all of this. And regarding the medical certificate, he did return it. He did return that after he confessed and everything. And he has admitted that just keeping up this whole ruse has filled him with guilt and shame. So on one hand, I mean, kudos for him to have the balls to actually come out and confess that he didn't write the original music. But also, you know, fuck you, you lying-ass bitch. You get you get credited for composing music for years, for over a decade, almost 2 decades entirely, and then you decide to come out when your hand's caught in the cookie jar. Wow. So, and when they were making the remastered, they got the music for this is done by Rei Kondo. Now, I had played this game back in 2019, I believe. Let me just double check. Yep, 2019. I played this in 2019, almost, actually, wow. Pretty close to the year now. I played this game back in 2019. And initially when I did that, I did not listen to the music because it was just not the same as before. But now, I actually want to go into it with the new music. Because, Capcom got a new... Sorry. Capcom got a new composer to do this for him. Mainly because they wanted to... They wanted to separate themselves from all the controversy that happened. So yeah. Alright, that's enough talking from me. Okay. Oh yeah, so... If you complete the game, you actually get a special design, which is kind of cool. We're gonna play with that, honestly. I'll play on normal. But yeah, all right. That's my TED Talk. Yeah, the visuals still kind of hold up, honestly. Like, keep in mind, this was 2001 Capcom. Yeah, honestly, I think that still holds up. Okay, there's a problem with the audio. But you know what? I am going to let this play, even though the audio kind of sucks right now, but I am going to let it play. I know what the problem is. Okay, so I don't necessarily know if this is particularly because of my capture card, because sometimes my capture card will do that regarding the audio, is that it'll fuck it up. Because I did hear there was going to be some problems regarding some of the cinematics. So this might be a result of that on Steam Deck. But I'll be damned if that doesn't look beautiful. Can't believe this is coming back in 2026. I cannot wait.
My lord, we have taken Lord Sudoka's head. Perfect.
So what is this game about? I have never heard of this franchise. It is a historical fiction. Well, there goes Nobunaga Oda. It is a historical fiction retelling the Oda period. The original game is kind of your standard by the numbers, basically fantasy story. You're storming the castle to save the princess. That's kind of it. But what it lacks for in... Okay, to be fair, I could say originality, but to be fair, this was 2001. We do have to keep that in mind. What it lacks for in complex storytelling and everything... One, it makes up for in beautiful visuals, and two, gameplay. This, in my heart, is the precursor to Souls-likes. What that essentially means to those who don't know what I'm talking about is that this heavily predates Souls-like as a genre, or even a game. And when I get into the combat, you'll start to see what I mean. But yeah, this was a big franchise back in the early to mid 2000s. Like the biggest three titles are the trilogy. Technically, this is a saga because it has more than it has like 4 games in total, but not really a whole lot of people really enjoyed the. Not really a whole lot of people just like enjoyed too much of the 4th game. The first 3 are kind of where it's at.
Dear Samanosuke, I am writing this letter in the hopes you will read this in time to help. Something is wrong within the Inabayama castle.
Yeah, the acting is not all too great, but again, it was 2001.
Monsters. I am so scared, Samanosuke. People tell me
If it gets
that the
too
monsters eat
iffy,
the
I
meat
can
of
switch over to
servants
Japanese
and
if
then
people
take their
really want me
remains
to,
someplace
but...
deep underground. When I told my brother Yoshitatsu about this, he did not seem interested. He is too busy preparing for his upcoming battle with Nobunaga. Samanosuke, although it has been a few years since we were forced to take separate paths, due to the battle between my father Dosen and my brother Yoshitatsu, you are still the only one that I can rely upon. I can only hope that you receive this letter and that you will find it in your heart to come and save me before it is too late.
But it was too late.
Yours faithfully, Yuki.
Okay.
This way, sir.
Okay,
If our princess is at the keep, there are 2 ways to get there. The western path, or the northern path.
so the audio is definitely the cutscenes thing. It's not my end.
I'll go north. You follow them through the other way.
Understand.
Yeah, so, this costume, anyone who doesn't know, if you beat the game, you get this. There was a way... I don't think I can do it. But there was a way in the PS2 version to get the mascot head up. I don't know. Worth. Enemies won't see him coming.
Princess Yuki!
Hopefully, Yayo sounds fine.
Princess Yuki, Your Highness.
Samanosuke, it's really you. Oh, I knew that you would come to save me.
Got that acting.
I have missed you so much since you left the castle.
What?
Flee while you can, you worthless bug! Useless! Pitiful humans!
Panda Cop just like, moopsie.
Princess Yuki. Samanosuke. Samanosuke. Wake up, Samanosuke.
With your current power, you are not capable of destroying the demons.
Is that the bear talking to him?
We will give you our powers.
Sure. Let's go with that.
We are the clan of ogres that has been subverted by the demons. Samanosuke, defeat and seal their souls. To your right hand.
Yeah, they don't really do, like, a great job of explaining who or what. I mean, you got all the, information you need. They're clan of ogre. Clan of ogres that have been subverted by the demons. It's kind of all you got. Basically, all they're saying is just, you can't defeat demons with, what you got currently. So we're giving you the ability to do that.
So, fortune has smiled upon me this day. With the power of this gauntlet, I will destroy all of those monsters and save the princess.
Yeah. So combat is a little tricky into this. So for instance, but exposition though. Fuck it! Okay, so for the remaster, they added some new controls, one of which being free controls. So I'm playing with keyboard right now. So that's kind of what it just looks like. I know it's jarring. This is how it looked like on PS2. That was the controls on PS2. I could just go around and doing this. And then if I ready my weapon, I can move like that. Simple, but it's effective. I also like working with these controls because it just feels more natural than this. Yeah, it's like the free controls, nice idea, but it feels so awkward. Meanwhile, with this, just works so much better. Oh shit, he did. Bear! Yep. They're on the ground before they immediately die. They're on the ground before they immediately die. I can just do this. Okay, so I jump in to see Semenosuke as a panda. Nice. Yeah.
Hurry! Monsters! Close the door now!
But someone is there.
Also, to anyone joining, no, this is not a mod. I know usually... Nice. I got a crit on that one. If you do crits on characters, if you do crits on enemies, you get souls that actually regenerate your health. I know for me, it's very easy to believe that this is a mod, but no, if you beat the game, you get this costume.
Open the door! I've killed all the monsters! He killed?
Huh?
What should we do? You!
I love that the cutscenes are going so much faster than they are on PS2.
What happened to you? They came out of
Because some of
nowhere.
those waiting
They
times, like,
attacked us.
it's not too long, but they add up after a while, because cutscene to cutscene on disc, it would be like
Right.
3 to 5 seconds between each transition. And this is just instant, instant, instant. You can talk to these guys, honestly. This was definitely during the Resident Evil Devil May Cry days of... early Devil May Cry days of Capcom. You can kind of tell. Big old monster is. Can't get around it. Seems you can't go back once you go down this hole. You go down? Yeah. It's not like there's anything else I can do. Wait for it. Now. Done. Okay. These little boxes are treasure boxes. Sometimes you get maps. Most of the times it is just items like medicine or whatever. And I know what you're thinking, right? Like, this is, I mean, this is kind of cool, but I mean, at the same time, it's just like, you're kind of doing the same thing over and over again, right? Like, you're just attacking them with a sword, attacking them with a sword. Well, we just started. But also, yeah, if you've heard me talking passionately about this on the podcast, you know there's a few more weapons we get in this. Soken's note. This is a guy who, if I recall correctly, this whole story is about him just going through and writing about his time exploring the different demons. If I recall correctly. Pretty much that notice just reaffirming that, yeah, with the power of the gauntlet, you can actually, like, take care of the demons. And if you're wondering about the souls, yes, there is a timer on them. It's easy to spot. But yeah, they just disappear if you don't absorb them quickly. Okay, if I remember correctly, it's one of these. Yep. There's a journal. Yep. I can read these if people want me to, but it's very much just like, I can read them at any time, honestly. But it's like, Master Silicon and I have followed the monster that has been kidnapping people around town. It has led us to this cave. This cave seems to be a nest for demons, every kind of monster imaginable, even ones I never would have believed to exist. They call themselves demons. They hate sunlight and seem to have lived underground since before the human race even existed. My master has already made up his mind to go into the cave. I'm confident that he has power to banish the demons. I have little talent for drawing, and I also have faith and courage. So I will not be afraid of the monsters. As such, I'm going to record everything I see. This is going to be the most bizarre book in history. Saimu. It doesn't necessarily, like... Reading these doesn't necessarily, like, do much. I mean, it's like, if you're, like, a stickler for lore and everything, right? If you're interested in that type of stuff. Yeah, it's there. But otherwise, if you just want to, like, go ahead and cut stuff up, you have that freedom. It should be around here. I don't have the item to see it, but I know there's a special little item that's just hidden right now. But as soon... I know it's, like, here somewhere. Maybe it's not on this version, then. Maybe they moved it. There's, like, a special rock that you get. And if you collect all of them throughout the game, then, you get a special prize. This is the lightning sword. So with this gives me a different weapon to use, but also, it lets me use magic. Ah, trick treasure boxes. You go with stuff like this, but usually when you see stuff like this, try and open it, because usually it leads you to getting items that you're gonna need. Sometimes it'll give you like special bonuses or special items that that can help you out, like armor. Oh, right, this. What's the button for it? It's not that. That's menu. Oh, I is the inventory. You know, in hindsight, I probably should have come up with that. So, to anyone unaware of the original PS2, if I wanted to switch weapons, I would have to hit my inventory, go up here, go up there, and move it. However, in the remastered, with just a simple button press, they just let you switch to it immediately, which I actually do like. But yeah, every time I wanted to switch to a new weapon in the original, I would have to constantly do, like, oh man, this. I still need to finish playing the PS2 version. Oh, you have not beaten the PS2 version, bro? skill issue, Dio. Yeah, but every time I would have to, like, switch a weapons to be... Okay, go with this. Go with this. Okay, now I'm back. Back. Okay, switch. Yeah. You see what I mean? But with just it being on a button press, it's actually much more beneficial. Yeah. I just got distracted by other games at tail of the time. Sounds like a big load, not my problem. If you want to know what the magic does, give me a moment. So this game does punish you for just standing around doing nothing and whatnot. But I can fix that. Oh, right. And this. Every now and then you come across little jewels like this that upgrades how much magic and health you get. This guy. So very much if you want to know the extent of, like, essentially the get good aspect was in this game, let me give you a quick tutorial. This dude's a pain in the ass. Well, give you a tutorial when I can. Dropped his axe. But he switches to a different weapon. Well, I'm at a tight spot, aren't I? I can just end the fight real quick by doing that, but if you play your cards right, you can actually, that big hulking demon, yeah, you can deal with him no problem. Also, you're wondering about this? You can see raging flames inside it. Yep, my weapon will work on this. I need a fire sword. Dire monster took Princess Yuki and went down under the dry moat. So you'll have events, little events like these come up from time to time, where somebody will be in trouble, surrounded by demons. If you kill the demons fast enough, you can actually get a reward for it. But if you don't, they just die. Look, you can't just zap your problems away. Observe. I will admit, it is taking me a little weird to get used to because I'm not playing with controller on this. There it is. Come on. There we go.
Huh?
Do didn't know humans could be such pests?
Where is the princess?
Humans are more tasty when angry, and I haven't eaten in a while.
Y'all ready for one of the easiest fucking bosses in the game? Come on. Come on. Come on, you fucker. Come on. Should be running. Yep. Also, if you wonder why I'm not using any magic, that's because I'm out of it. Yep, it's a resource that needs to be managed. And if you don't have it, tough shit. Come on. Come on. No mana regen. No mana regen. Well, technically you do have mana regen in the form of blue souls, but that's it. That's all you get.
How could I die?
But even with that, I still win.
I'm a human.
Yeah, the only way to regenerate your magic is to get blue souls, and the only way to the two ways to regenerate your health are to either get yellow souls or take herbs or medicine. That's it. It's a resource to manage, and if you run out, well, tough shit. Okay, I'm pretty sure if I recall correctly, it's over. Yep, fluorite. You get it. Pretty much all of these at the end of the game, you unlock something. I won't say what. But good luck finding all of them.
Sweet, beautiful.
Oh, this guy.
The dripping blood and what's this? Oh, a liver. What's that smell? Who's there? A human? How disappointing.
Face me, demon.
Who do you think you are talking to? I haven't seen one as foolish as you since that, Nobunaga.
Nobunaga?
I operated on and resurrected that pitiful Nobunaga after he was killed in Okihazuma. He then made a pact with the demons and pledged his eternal loyalty to serve us.
He's having too much fun with this.
Our slave.
No!
Oh, yes, it is indeed.
I want to say his name, but apparently that's a spoiler for, I shit you not, the third game. not a big spoiler, but it's a spoiler. They just kind of... He's just kind of referred to as the demon scientist. This guy, though. He's some bullshit. Because of that. He can fucking clone himself. Multiple times. Wait, seriously? Kinda. If you... I mean... It's not really, like, too big of a spoiler or anything. It's not like these, like, It's not like there's a fucking One Piece devil fruit type thing going on here. No, it's just like they name drop him in the third game. It's just he's just called Guildenstern. Yeah, but these guys are. If you think this is annoying, good news. They are throughout the game. Yeah, they call him Guildenstern in the third game. He's without a name in all of this game. And I think he only has 3 appearances total. He's just kind of a... He just kind of shows up. But now I have the Fire Sword. So, whereas with this only lets me use magic if I hit an enemy. This just lets me just throw out magic willy-nilly. But it's also a heavy hitter sword. Shit, he died. Yeet. These fuckers. Okay, so they eat souls, and if you don't kill them in time, all those souls that you could have taken, all of them go away. Yeah, there's you will learn to hate them. Like that. Yeah, and they do that too. Assholes. But if you get rid of them in time, all those souls that they took away, all of them go straight back to you. And, yeah, for those joining, to anyone aware, yeah, the music is completely new. Because the composer in 1, in 2014, pretty much said he wasn't the composer and that he had a ghostwriter. He's properly credited now. The original person is properly credited now. But, the original, quote-unquote, composer in the first game lied and took all the credit. He also lied about being completely deaf and whatnot, and so Capcom was like, yeah, we don't want to deal with all that controversy, so let's just separate ourselves from that by getting someone completely new onto the team to actually do the music. And considering the fact that all 3 games have like new music done by new people, it's actually kind of fitting. But anyway. Yep. Oh, this. Yep. That's what happens as soon as they spin away. And they will keep going like that. It's legitimately fucking anxiety-inducing, because as soon as they do that, that's their animation to tell you, hey, about to leave, about to leave. What you gonna do about it? Nothing. That's what you gonna do. Go for it. Yeah, I am dangerously low on health. I should probably get in. Oh, this guy. I don't got the health to deal with you, I'm sorry. Oh, now I do. Yeah. Yeah, this enemy will throw wave after wave of like, different strengths of demons. And you just gotta deal with it. Oh, that's right. So, hey, anyone want to see something cool? Take that as a yes. Strange man is silently staring at you. If you're wondering, yes, he does have a purpose. And when you realize what his purpose is, it also kind of makes up for the fact that he's creepy as fuck. It is a purpose that will have to be dealt with at a much later time. I swear I'm not high. Yeah, trust me, by the time we're done with this game, you'll understand what his purpose is. I won't say it yet, because he does say it later. Stranger danger!
Stop!
Who are you? And what do you want with that boy?
I should ask you the same thing. You are not working for Saito clan, are you? Wait. Can you be Samanosuke Akechi? Yes, you are. I cannot believe you are here of all places. I am a servant of the Oda clan. My name is Tokichiro Kinoshita.
This man will eventually conquer the world under the name Hideyoshi Toyotomi.
To those who don't know, I'm pretty sure that's the person who took over in Japan after Oda had died.
Tell me, Samanosuke.
Also, to those who don't know about Samanosuke, his real name is Hidemitsu Akechi, who's also another big person who is a part of Oda's history. Like I said, this is a historical fiction.
However, I will not give up yet. We shall meet again.
I got arrows. Yeah, I'm not reading all of that. It's like it's very much if you're a stickler for like the lore and everything, here you go. But otherwise, it's not really all too important. I mean, I guess it is if you really think about it, but it's not like it's it's not like it's essential to to be able to understand and keep playing this game. The story is pretty straightforward. Strange indent. Need somebody to open this. We come to this much later as well.
Samanosuke, is there something you wanted to ask this young man?
Do not be afraid.
No! You want to hurt me like that other samurai did.
That is not true. Please, tell me your name.
I am Yumimaru.
Yumimaru, you must tell me. What did that samurai want with you?
Why should I know?
Fine, then why are you here? Who brought you here? Go after him while I look for Princess Yuki.
Can't get over the bear. Sure it's here. Yep. Nice. I've played this game way too much. I've played this game way too much. Suzaku. Oh yeah, these books, there's like little boxes that hide behind like magic mirrors or whatever at times. If you get enough of these basically answer those. They have like little questionnaires where it's like, hey, we want you to write down the correct answer and we'll give you the reward. Those books have the correct answer. Wow. That happened. Oh man. There's an item down there. Well, I'm sure I'll be fine. I'm sure it'll come back. And then it never came back. Yeah, if I wanted to, I could have just come up here first and then grabbed it. I did it for a reason, though. Wait for it. Ah. This is one of the things where I was like, I really wish I had sort of the same controls as I did. Yeah, I really wish I had the same controls as I did when I was on PS3, because I'm trying to figure out how to aim the bow, and I can't do that. I'm out of arrows. I can't help this guy. Yeah, I mean, like, I can... Oh, it's the numpad. I don't think it works on here. I could try. Wow. Yeah, the numpad doesn't work on this. It doesn't work on this. It's just the movement keys. That's it. Yeah. That's the thing with the Steam Deck. The numpad doesn't work on this, unfortunately. I mean, I could go down there and try to help him, but they'll be done by the time I get there. Sorry, dude. Hey, he's got it. He'll be fine. Okay, let me just double check. Oh, it does! With the white... That was weird. Hmm. Oh, right, hang on. Yeah. So, I can't necessarily just go anywhere I so please. I do have to have the right sword for it. But I also need to be upgrading it. And I can upgrade that by souls. And if you want to upgrade it, if you want to be able to progress through the story and unlock any doors, it would be beneficial to upgrade these first before the weapons. Can I do it? Yep. The more you level weapons up, the more they also change. Okay, so I gotta save it now. Oh, Because this is, by all accounts, out of everything in the game, this is the most bullshit. You will see what I mean. So, context for this. I have one shot to be able to do this. Now, I haven't died the entire time. But keep in mind, this was before autosave and checkpoints were a thing. So, if I died at any point in this game, it's right back to where I last saved. So keep that in mind. I only got one shot to do this.
I have been able to uncover Yumemaru's identity. He is the son of a farmer.
What?
4 years ago, his parents were killed at war. Princess Yuki found him crying alone and brought him to the castle.
I see.
And I also heard that Princess Yuki raised him as if he were her own brother.
So he stole his way into the castle to save Princess Yuki. Why then is Tokichiro after Yumemaru?
Something seems to be going on.
Here we go.
What?
So, who likes puzzles?
Samanosuke, we must find a way out!
Yes.
That seems pretty straightforward, right? Also, with this, holy armor. So yeah, you can't see it because, so, these kinds of puzzles on. You ain't seeing anything yet. But, it is covered, but yeah, normally he would be wearing, like, samurai armor. This armor in particular is the best, because, yeah, it prevents souls from being stolen. So, yeah, those, like, floating skull heads that were stealing, like, my souls and whatever, if I wear this consistently, that never happens. Yeah. For the most part, this is fine. It's pretty simple. There's not too much. Also, if I hit this one, just an arrow comes down. Just a giant big fuck you. Just an arrow just hits me right in the head. See, that was simple. Now here comes the trickier part. The tiles on the floor depending on where you step, the floor gives away to just an entire lower level of spikes. Depending, if you actually look closely at the tile she's standing on, depending on what tile you're standing on, the floor will give way in that pattern. So, yeah. So I do have to keep in mind where Samanosuke is and where Kaede is. And for the looks of it, he's fine. And if I go forward, she's fine too. I'll go forward again. He's fine. Now here's the tricky part. I could go forward, but that results in a game over. But if I do that, it's perfectly fine. So then, if I go forward, nothing happens. And if I go forward again, she's perfectly fine. And if I go forward one more time, he's fine too. And then it's just a straight shot. There. It's tricky, but it's cool, huh? It's not that bad. See, everything's fine. It's perfectly fine.
I wonder what this room is.
So yeah, remember when I said I only have one shot at this?
What happened?
It was for this moment.
I seem to be trapped.
Is there a way you can get out of there? Samanosuke, wait
So
there.
the room is flooding, and I have to help him. Looks like a control board for the water prison. The cage will open if I rearrange these panels to match up near Cytoclan crest here in the middle. It's a timed water puzzle that I have to specifically get these two crests to form in the middle. And I'm on keyboard too, so it's not great. Oh, fuck. Yep. Alright, I gotta do this with two hands instead of one hand. See what I mean? Ah! Yeah. You see what I mean, though? Mm-hmm. It's a pain in the fucking ass, and I have to do that all the way back from when I last saved. And of course, this game does not have a skip function, so we have to go through that again.
4 years ago, his parents were killed at war.
You're kind of starting to see what I mean by this whole part being bullshit.
And I also heard that Princess Yuki...
There's no skip function or anything, so and there's no checkpoint system. So every time I have to do this, I gotta do this with... I gotta do this from the get-go. Yeah.
What?
And the worst part is, this is the only part of the game that's like this. There's nothing else like this. This is the only part. Everything else is nothing but net. Hold on. Since we're not on a timer right now. Not right now, at least. I want to connect up my controller and see if I can actually get this to go. Because my thought process is, if I actually have a controller in hand, this might actually go a little smoother. Okay, now I'm controlling the now I'm moving the controller. Again. Get this. Okay. Now we can just... Yeah, and if anyone's genuinely curious... There you go. Curiosity satiated. Anyway. Yeah, that happens. Just a giant... Hey, fuck you, dumbass. Anyway. Okay. We're good, we're good. And then if I just go forward, he's fine. But if I go forward 2 steps, she's not going to be fine. But if I go back, she'll be fine. Let's go back. Do it again. Do it again. There we go. Alright. Yeah, the puzzles leading up to this one are, like, child's play. And it's not that, you know, again, it's not that they're difficult. It's that the amount of times I've had to, as a kid, to have to fail this and try again just to do all of that over and over and over again. Just to have to get to this part and do the mission again, just to fail it. So, my process with this, right, was that the reason why I failed that water puzzle was because I was doing a little too slow, because, keep in mind, with keyboard, I had to hold the action button and then move the directions. And it's already kind of taxing, it's already kind of weird that I'm using 2 hands in a weird place. However, let's try it with controller in hand. right fucking there, too. See what I mean, though? It's bullshit. And we have to go through all of that again. Alright.
I've been able to uncover Yumemaru's identity. He is the son of a farmer.
What?
4 years ago, his parents were killed at war. Princess Yuki found him crying alone and brought him to the castle.
I see.
And I also heard that Princess Yuki raised him as if he were her own brother.
So he stole his way into the castle to save Princess Yuki. Why then is Tokichiro after Yumemaru?
Something seems to be going on. What? Oh. Samanosuke, we must find a way out.
Yes.
This yet again. Again,
I wonder what this room is.
like child's play. And then this shit.
Huh?
Samanosuke! What happened? Are you all right?
I seem to be trapped.
Is there a way you can get out of there?
Alright.
Samanosuke, wait there. I will help you.
Come on. Third time's a charm. But yeah, that puzzle is so fucking bullshit. Oh my god. Alright. That's enough of the controller. Back to keyboard. Come on. Oh, it's right here. Fucking hate slider puzzles. I hate timed puzzles with a punishment scale on a save point. Technically speaking, here's the thing. Technically speaking, I can still absolutely die and then have to do that again. So it's not over till it's over. Okay, so let's go through here. There we go. Okay, and then we need another crest piece. And I think, if I recall correctly, it's further down this ladder. Yep. Also, journal entry number 4. It's either on this floor or the floor above me, but that's where I need to go. It's on this one. So, let's see here. Left one. And if you're wondering, yes, I do have to do this every time I need to put something in a place in the first game. In the second and third game, they do fix this, but yeah. It's not as much of a hassle as, like, being in battle and then going, okay, switch to a new weapon. Okay, there we go. Because now I can just do that. That's what I like about the remastered.
Yumimaru!
Hey, Samanosuke! We meet again. So, have you decided to serve the Oda clan?
Move!
It is too late for the boy. And since you have learned that our Lord Nobunaga will rule the world with the demons, you should not bark up the wrong tree.
You're insane! What you are doing will lead to innocent people being used as food for the demons.
The strong will prey upon the weak. Farmers obey samurai, and humans obey demons.
You arrogant fool!
Our dark ceremony will take place soon. Princess Yuki's skull will be filled with her own blood. And when our Lord Nobunaga drinks it, the victory of the Oda clan over the Saito clan will be guaranteed! See you again, Samanosuke!
Oh, don't worry. He doesn't develop. He doesn't change. He's always gonna be like that. Anyway. this part. Hang on. Gotcha! Also, if you haven't noticed, because I've upgraded my weapon, it takes less attacks to kill other demons now. Now these guys just die in 3 strikes from my lightning sword instead of 4. Crystal is lifted in the center. There appears to be a swirling storm in it. I don't worry, we're about to get that weapon. But not through its fair share of trials. Don't worry, it's nothing like what we just went through. Medicine. Gonna need that. Okay. Now we're in the clear. Now we don't have to do the puzzle again. All right. So back in that another weapon. Yeah, this guy has it. All right, give me a moment. I gotta log in. Yeah, he strikes out with wind. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, get up, get up. Get up! Okay, good. He's shieldless. And he's down. See what I mean, though? Like, the rest of the game is just like that. It brings in challenging bosses, don't get me wrong. But, compared to what we were dealing with just a while ago, like, doesn't that seem more satisfying? Doesn't that just seem more fun? Also, one of the best weapons. Especially with one of the best animations, too. Let's check this out. Love that. Yeah, it does, yeah. Because here's the thing about that, like, puzzle. Again, it is the only time in this game that something like that happens. The rest, it's just, it's... The rest is just like that boss we were fighting. That's it. That's why I'm like, that's like one of the most bullshit parts of the game. And I'm just like, I would just rather I would just rather have fought the dude with the sword and shield instead of just fighting the fucking like trap puzzles. So relatively, I would say ultimately, this game is fairly short.
Don't worry.
I would say this game is about 4 parts.
You have to save her.
And we're done with the first part.
Give you my word. I will save Princess Yuki. Kaede, do you know why Princess Yuki took care of this boy? Princess Yuki was born the daughter of a feudal lord, and thus raised from arranged marriage. She has had no freedom whatsoever. So when she meets someone else who's in need, she wants to help them. In this world, only the strong survive.
Samanosuke.
Let me tell you about the ways of the world, Yamamaru.
The world?
But yeah.
There are
Yeah.
infinite things that we do not understand.
To repeat, yeah, I am playing this on Steam Deck, and I did say there was going to be some issues.
See these things and then share them with the people of this country. You must help them to understand the absurdity.
If anybody's curious, I can pull up the cutscenes. Yeah. If anybody's curious, I can genuinely pull up the cutscenes.
Help!
Who are you?
My name is Nui. I serve Princess Hatsu. Princess Yuki is underground. Oh!
You all right? Kaede, we have little time. I have to find Princess Yuki. You watch over these two.
I will.
Yeah. Alright, I'll say this. If it keeps happening, like, if that happens again, let me say, if the cutscenes kind of happen like that again, then what I will do is I will just boot up the PS2 version, come to this point in the game, and come to wherever I was in the game, and then just complete it from there. But anyway. Alright. So yeah. I get a weapon that lets me summon tornadoes. Yeah, so this is one of those areas where genuinely you have to progress with the story. Yeah, genuinely you have to go through that whole puzzle bullshit because you have to get to this area, and you have to get to this area with all the weapons. Those guys are really tricky to kill. You gotta know how to strike. Because otherwise, you just end up making more trouble for yourself. You can't just one and done them with magic. That's pretty much the easy answer for every single enemy in this. However, the trade-off being, it's a resource you do have to manage. they just keep multiplying. It's a pain. Even back in 2001, they did have just the atmosphere drawn down. And again, this is coming from the studio that still did games like Resident Evil, so they knew how to get that creepy atmosphere up. Upgrade the orb. I upgraded the Arashi. I can't do anything about that. Ah, I am stronger now. Rashi, I am finally stronger than you. Neat! Fuck you! Like, it's like night and day dealing with this with a powered weapon and a weapon that's just base. Okay, this. Now, I know this looks bad, but it really isn't. See? It's not that bad. an herb. And I got a wet book. Okay, let's check behind this door now. Also, if you haven't caught on, upgrading the weapon specifically makes you do more damage, but upgrading the magic adds more animation to your magic. The fire sword is just kind of boring because what I have been doing with the fire sword is just kind of that, and same with the wind weapon. But the lightning sword, oh boy. Right, so what I can do now is because... Let me see here. Yeah, here we go. That rosary I got from that little, that bathtub. Yeah, I can now just hear the voices of the dead. It doesn't exactly, like, do much of anything, but, I mean, it's there. Oh, here we go. Wrong one. Let me try that again. Bingo. Third time's the charm. Now I got the key. Oh, let go. Asshole. Go. Not today! Fuck. I guess today. Wait, it wasn't this area. I needed the key, I think, for the room back there. Was it for this? Yep, it was.
We meet again, Samanosuke.
Hmm?
Still no interest in coming to work for the Oda clan?
For the last time, no!
I tried my best to help you. You just do not understand the true power of the demons. The time has come! Demons, prepare for the dark ceremony!
What a twist! The guy who was evil turned out to be evil.
Of your actions.
Plot twist of the fucking century.
I am sure by now, Kaede is in trouble.
Samanosuke, did you find anything?
What happened to his outfit?
What are you doing? Let go of me!
I mean, honestly, that's on you, lady. You should have figured this.
Samanosuke?
How dare you!
You are not experienced enough, are you?
Yamaru?
Well, Sasuke. I called him Sasuke. Samanosuke is out of commission.
Yamaru, where are you?
Now we get to play as Kaede. Not really a whole lot we can do with her in combat-wise, but it doesn't make it any less fun.
Are you alright? What happened?
Monsters from West Prison.
Red key. I can play as Luigi, I mean Kaede. I can also do that. Yeah, that's just so cool. There's so, like, again, relatively with these characters, there's very little moves and very actual moves they actually have available, but what they do is actually so worth it. Like, really with Kaede, this is kind of all she has. I mean, that and... I mean, throwing kunais. But with the way the combat is handled, it works so beautifully. Like, that's so fun. Okay. Yeah, with Kaede, you can't be able to absorb souls. And you don't get, like, a special item or anything that lets you do that. You don't. But, at the same time, you don't need to, like, upgrade anything with her. So it kind of evens up. And I know you're thinking, well, I mean, okay, but couldn't they just give her, like, an item to give to, like, Saminosuke when you're playable again? That is a good question. I wonder if they do that for the sequels. The answer is yes, they do that for the sequels. In 3, you play as a particular character. That gets a item that can absorb demon souls. And as soon as it's back to Saminosuke or anyone else who can absorb demon souls, right? That item can just go to them and they can just get all the souls. So, that part of the gameplay isn't lost in the sequels. But for this, it's very much just... that. But also, I have to do all of that again. I do, because I didn't save. But how about this? How about we call it? And then next time... we can go in and do this right. And honestly, all things considered, after seeing that cutscene for what it was, I feel like... honestly? I'm gonna see if I can't boot up the PS2 version next time. And do the rest of this. Relatively, like, the thing about the PS2 version is, aside from the Ghostwriter allegations and whatnot, pretty much the game is relatively the same. There's, like, 1 or 2 things, right, that are, like, different in the remastered, but overall, it's just kind of the same thing. It wouldn't really matter too much, but yeah. I'm gonna get out of here. And, we'll continue this with, part 2. Relatively, this game is pretty short. And considering how much progress we made here, I can already tell you, the mission I was on with Kaede was pretty much around the halfway point of the game. And then after that, it's pretty much this hunt for a couple of items, a few different boss fights every now and then. And then it's pretty much just like the final boss. But for the next part, we're just gonna be continuing it. I don't know. I intend to at least try to make this 3 parts, because this game relatively is not all too long. But anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. Yeah, links in the description and everything. I have Blue Sky, I have Artstation. Feel free to check me out on Twitch if you want to support me, ko-fi.com/theartsocialchat. I'm gonna get out of here. Hope you all take care. Peace.